This video covers how to use performance monitoring tools on clickverse.com. Your entire performance history is available for review inside of My Progress Report. To get to My Progress Report, look inside of My Study Center, and at the very bottom, click on the button that says View My Progress Report. Here you're able to view your performance based on time and study partner. So the time performance method lets you look at your total session time and performance per month, per day, and per millisecond. The study partner method of reviewing your performance lets you review your activity on each study partner per take. So we'll start by looking at how to get to your day-to-day activity. When you look at your total session time in hours per minute for the month, you can click on that total session time to see the daily breakdown of how that activity was distributed across the days in the month. On each day of activity, there's a list of two-letter abbreviations next to numbers. Each abbreviation stands for a study partner feature. At the top, you can reference their meaning. Here, PR stands for preview, TA for taken, and so forth. The number next to each study partner abbreviation is how many minutes you spent using that feature on that day. So for this day, August 1st, it shows 1 minute of time was spent on the preview study partner feature. On the last line, it'll state your total time in hours and minutes. From this information, it's easy to find your most active days in the month. You can further review your performance from minute to minute and millisecond to millisecond if you click on the word Click by Clicks next to the calendar day you want to review. I'll click on the Click by Clicks for the most active day in this month. When I click Click by Clicks, it gives me a daily log showing my performance for each time that I started an activity. Shows you the clock, the time the activity was started, the category, subcategory, title of the study partner that you're working with, the type, which is the type of study partner feature that you used, the time or duration of that activity, the total number of questions in that study partner, and where applicable, the number of correct answers and the number of incorrect answers and your grade or score for that activity. I'll scroll down. You can see it's showing you each minute that you started the activity. And I'm going to show SAT Vocab P2. So you look, this is the title column. Well, you see at the top, SAT Vocab P2. And I lined up my first instance of taking that study partner. Shows at 5:55 a.m. and it shows 7 incorrect answers, 7 correct answers, 1 incorrect, giving a grade of a C. Now you'll notice there's a solid gray bar. This indicates that I can further break down this information from second to second. So I'll click on the C, and now it's breaking down how I answered each question in that study partner, almost like a play-by-play. It shows me which question I got first, whether I got it correct or incorrect, and then how much time it took me to answer that question. Now I can look down and see after I got my C on the first take, I used the total review feature, the private study feature, the cram it feature, and then I did a take it again, and this time with 6 correct and 0 incorrect. And then at first it looks like there wasn't really any progress at all. But if I click on the grade, I can see again a breakdown of how I performed play by play. And now this shows me my total time spent actively taking the study partner was 31.4 seconds. So by looking at the further breakdown, I can see that maybe it wasn't necessarily a retention issue, because the question I got incorrect the first time I took the study partner, I actually got correct the second time I took it. But I only used half of the allocated 60-second time to take the study partner. So this indicates to me that possibly there is a focus issue. So this is showing you the breakdown overview of each minute the activity was taken, what type of activity, and it also allows you to get a more in-depth look at what was really going on. After I got the D on my second take, I used the private study twice, a cram it session, a private study. It tells me how long. Also, I use this feature. So for a cram it, that's actually a 5-round feature. If I only did 60 seconds of the cram it, then that means I only did the first round of that cram it session. And then I did a full minute of the private study, and then did 2 minutes of cram it. And then it looks like I took a break and switched to a different study partner and did the SAT vocab P4. I did a digital worksheet twice. Then after that, I returned to the SAT vocab P2 and I did take it. This time I scored 25 correct and 0 incorrect for an A+. So let's look at the last time I reviewed this study partner was at 6:18. I then did SAT vocab P4, and when I returned 10 minutes later to take the SAT vocab P2, my performance was much better, from 6 correct to 25 correct. So clicking on A+, I can see the play-by-play, the order in which each question was asked to me, and then how long it took me to answer each question. If I continue down, you can see eventually I used the digital worksheet, and then I improved my time and got a 10 out of 10. This is for every single piece of activity that you do on Clickverse. You'll be able to view these reports minute by minute, second by second, millisecond by millisecond. Now, if you only want to look at a single study partner, so here you'll see it's every single study partner I took on that day in chronological order. If I want to isolate just SAT vocab P2 and I don't want to see what I did in between my first take or my last take, then I can look at, let me close this, my performance history based on study partner. So when you look at the drop down, you'll see a list of your study partner titles, and it'll show you the last grades you received and on what date and time you received it. I'm going to choose SAT vocab P2, and this will isolate my take-by-take reports and performance for this study partner only. I chose SAT vocab P2 and I clicked on View Report. This gave me the knowledge statistics for this study partner, gave me the information on the study partner, and then showed my highest record versus my lowest record. And now you'll notice these are all times specifically for this study partner only. I see the time and date taken, I see my score, the number of correct answers, the number of incorrect answers, and then the grade. And similar to your click-by-clicks, you can click on each grade to see a full report. I'll click on the first time I took the study partner. I'll click on the C grade. You'll notice this looks like the report I receive at the end of taking the study partner. And it shows that this is my first test overall percentage. So every single report you receive at the end of taking a study partner is recorded and saved so you can access later through your My Progress report. This shows the first grade I got. It also shows the full statistics on this specific instance of taking the study partner. It displays my score, and then it also shows if there was a private study partner recommended, it makes that private study partner accessible to me. The only change is that after you've taken this several times and you revisit your report inside of My Progress report, the high scores will be updated to the current high scores, and if you've received a certificate, you'll be able to use those unlocked features. This is just for ease of access. If you have a certificate in the study partner, you can access printable worksheet, print flashcards, and digital worksheet, even though at the time of initially taking the study partner, you couldn't have gotten a certificate yet. I can click on Go Back to Grades, And then I can look at the second report received. And now this shows the progress for that specific instance of taking the study partner. So that's your basic overview of how to review your performance history by time inside of your progress report or by study partner. Now, if you're part of a family plan or enrollment plan, this information is shared with all of the members in your plan. Since I'm logged in through my family plan, I'm going to show you how to access reports for other members. So I'll click on the My icon at the top, and underneath Family Plan Features, I click on View Reports. This shows me all the members that are in my family plan, including myself. It shows the member name, member email, last login, sign up date, points, and then the option to review a report. I'll click on View Report for the member John. When I click on that, it looks similar to my progress report, but at the top it says Member Progress Report, and it says the name of that family member. Here, I have the option of looking at his performance history by time for each month, and then also by study partner for each take by take. So I'll overview, if you do not have a family plan or an enrollment plan, everybody has access to these reports for themselves. When you look inside of My Study Center and click on View My Progress Report at the bottom, and this gives you access to your entire performance history on clickverse.com.